Okay, that makes me feel better.
It's just an optical illusion.
Yeah.
If you knew how he did it, you wouldn't be that impressed.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, that's kind of cheap. That's kind of.
I'll show you after the cast.
Oh, okay. As long as your arm stays attached to your body.
Okay, I think something that's crazy is we had a lot of really strong champions picked up in Game 1. And obviously with it being Fearless, a lot of those are going to be unavailable. BNK FEARX, we said it, they got pretty much everything they would want. And despite that, didn't come out with a win. So, feels pretty bad, I would say, in this situation. They're also opening with an Orianna ban, which is a pretty interesting one because that is a pick that Vikla obviously likes to lean on, but it does make me wonder if they're going to try and get the hands on Taliyah or Azir. I imagine that Dplus won't let them get Azir, but maybe the Taliyah angle is something they go for so they don't ban that. I don't think Dplus are going to leave Wukong open here and ban both Azir and Taliyah.
I mean, they banned it last time, so you would imagine you have to ban Azir. And
so
then
probably
after
Azir,
that,
Wukong, and Taliyah goes open.
Just got to give it over. I mean, unless you want to leave both. But they're going to ban the Wukong, so they're keeping that option open.
Yeah. Makes sense. Just to see if they kind of predict this is the direction that BNK FEARX are going in. They want to kind of keep their options open and not get trapped into a difficult spot. Aurora still open and available, which was obviously banned last time. I think that was more so because they wanted to kind of secure the Rumble, but it's such a frustrating top lane pick to play against and can be flexed, so maybe opting not to get rid of that this time. Going for the Vi instead. So taking away a pick that obviously Lucid has performed really well on, and he obviously did just carry last game. And now for Dplus, do you ban away Vikla's Azir, leaving him to get a Taliyah, or do you try and look for a trade? Obviously, camera's focused on Showmaker because I feel like the decision quite heavily comes down to him.
Yeah, he also is the one who's banning in that third slot. And it is going to be the Azir ban, so they're just going to give over Taliyah if they would like it. And now the decision lies in the hands of BNK FEARX and Vikla. Do you want to go ahead and pick that Taliyah? Dominate with one of the best mid lane champions in the current meta? Yes, they do.
Absolutely. I feel like I kind of set up for it. And now, what did Dplus get in return? They can take priority in terms of jungle. They can take priority in terms of top. If they do want to grab the Aurora, which they can obviously potentially flex, but has been great for Shiwu, they can go for that. I think that makes a lot of sense. And I think going Aurora jungle makes more sense than obviously giving away the flex immediately. In terms of jungles that are left available, Lucius played a lot of Trundle. Actually, they go for the Ahri.
There's no Wukong, there's no Vi.
Yeah.
Did it go well along? There's not even a Xin Zhao.
We did see the Ahri get the win the other day, but it kind of felt like it was despite Ahri. Ahri has not been doing well recently. It has been picked a lot into the Taliyah, as it's seen as a good matchup. And there is reasons why, right? You can obviously skirt around Unraveled Earth, land the Charmander, but it's just not been having great success. And they are going to lock in the Ahri Scion, but Trundle is open. You didn't pick Trundle. BNK FEARX can just take Trundle if they want.
Yeah, I don't see any real reason not to. We have seen Scion actually win into Trundle, but that's not because Trundle is bad into Scion. They're just going to go ahead and not pick Trundle, and instead pick Kai'Sa and Nico. Okay,
I mean, this is a combo that I feel like really fits Diablo and Kellen, and also it's just very potent. I mean, Nico is just the best engaged support on the patch, and Kai'Sa to pair with it. Super potent. You already have the Taliyah. Once again, BNK FEARX, I think, feeling pretty good about their first 2 picks. Dplus looking towards the Jarvan here. I feel like it's a little bit uncomfortable because you can't really do much to the Kai'Sa, right?
Yeah.
She's not really an AD carry that you just got to pin down because you have to ult to get out of it. Taliyah as well, the Unraveled Earth gives you problems. She can't just seismic shove you away. But in terms of the junglers left available, obviously higher up in the prio compared to some others. But I'm looking at the Dplus Kia composition. You have that tanky top lane. You have engaged provided by your jungler. Ahri not the highest damage. Kind of leaning towards something in the AD carry role that's a bit more higher DPS. could go something like the Zeri, could go Sivir, potentially. Obviously, something that has a good amount of safety, because you're looking already at BNK FEARX's composition, and they will look to dive on you. The Lucian ban comes through away from aiming.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing him. There's the Trundle ban, by the way.
Yeah, no surprise.
It makes sense. Wouldn't mind seeing him play Ezreal, even though the Ezreal is not great into Kai'Sa and has not been performing too well. But it's an aiming champion, and it feels like this is a comp where it can get a lot of value.
I think you need more damage, honestly. I think if you go Ezreal, it's going to be a little tricky. Even if he does have that safety, we've seen that sometimes the safety isn't worth it. I think the Sivir ban makes sense. Corki is still open and available.
Yeah, maybe Corki's the answer here then.
Yeah, pretty popular right now in the meta, and does have a bit of safety with Valkyrie, and can obviously play around abilities from a distance. I mean, they are definitely committing to a hyper carry if they go on this Lulu.
Zeri?
Could just be the Zeri.
Or maybe a Jinx for some range?
Yeah. Jinx.
They have a very nice front line at least.
Going the Lulu here is obviously committing to a hyper carry, but I think keeping the options open of which hyper carry, because if they go heavy dive here, I mean, they're leaning into dive comp, but depending on what they take, can really influence the decision on whether you want to have a Jinx, who obviously is a mobile, versus a Zeri who's shorter range but mobile. When they go a Nocturne, range doesn't apply to a Nocturne, right? He's getting on you regardless.
Yeah.
So I think the Jinx makes a lot less sense into this. And BNK FEARX very much committing to that dive.
Feels like at least the Lulu is good at peeling for that specific champion, especially because he can be isolated a lot. But I do agree. Maybe it's just a Zeri angle then.
Yeah, and top lane, they're going to go for the Ornn. You could go for a more specific counter like the Aatrox or the Cho'Gath. But just going for a K'Sante, I mean, K'Sante obviously does a pretty good job at diving in. And I think one of the things that's to be said, when I look at the composition of Dplus, they're putting a lot of eggs in the AD carry basket. If K'Sante gets onto your AD carry and like dives in on them, they're not doing damage, you know? And I feel like...
Xayah Lulu.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. I mean, it's good against dive, but there's so many dive tools, and I think the Zeri makes more sense. I think you need the consistent DPS of the Zeri.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
But if K'Sante gets in your AD carry, obviously he has so much CC that he can layer, and then is such a problem to deal with. Just occupying the Zeri's time can buy a lot of space. I think that's probably the theory behind the K'Sante here. BNK FEARX have a lot of dive, a lot of threat, and clearly their goal this game is going to be kill aiming. Whereas Dplus have a lot more frontline and obviously the hyper carry, AD carry. So I think it's pretty straightforward how team fights are going to try and play out. There is some tools to set up, you know, with the Ahri, with the Jarvan. If they can find picks on Vikla, obviously that would be ideal. But I think BNK FEARX probably still happy with how things played out. But bear in mind, we said that in game one. Things got very messy. If you get messy against a Zeri Lulu, it could get painful very quickly.
Yeah, it definitely can. I mean, this is a comp that can skirmish quite a lot. Just REG4 can create a lot of space, and says it's first anniversary of wedding, but I am still here to watch the games. A little bit unfortunate there, I would say. It came a long way to watch these games. That one fan there.
I mean, it's Peak Rise Group, so you know.
Peak Rise Group. Couldn't miss it. Couldn't miss it. Had to be here.
Absolutely.
Were you there for game one when we broke the kill record? We were. BNK versus Dplus Kia. Let's hop onto the Rift.
소환사의 협곡에 오신 것을 환영합니다.
Alrighty.
생선까지
Game number 2.
30초 남았습니다.
BNK FEARX versus Dplus Kia. And this is the series that we thought would go to 3 games. I feel like after game 1, I'm not sure what to think.
I'm feeling pretty good about that prediction. I think, especially the Ahri coming out, and this draft in general, I feel like the tempo vibes are in BNK FEARX's favor.
The drafts still matter. We already cleared that up in game 1. The drafts, literally, like, they don't have anything to do with the game.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Yeah, it's hard to argue with.
And I just feel like if Lucid's able to carry himself when they're that far behind in terms of draft bucks.
But I think Ari's a tempo draft, tempo vibes void, you know? She just sucks in all your tempo vibes. It's less about the specific intricacies of the draft and more about just the impact on the tempo vibes.
Well, it is about the intricacies of the draft. It's just about a different part
about
of
the tempo vibes.
It's about the different parts. You have to look deeper, you know?
Oh, okay.
We're thinking about, well, I'm thinking about the value of the champions and the compositions and all the standard stuff.
You're thinking?
Not most of the time.
I don't think I know. Right?
Yeah. But you're looking deeper. You know, you're thinking about the tempo vibes. It's very important.
I've casted with Atlas a lot, you know?
Yeah.
It really helps. I'm a bit of an understudy in the tempo vibes. Yeah. Whoa, this is...
Shu really wants level 2.
It was kind of crazy how well that was going for Shu in terms of, like, the HP was even and he was level 1. You know what, it's funny because everyone's like, oh, it's the noodle fight top lane. But I always find it funny when you see tanks like fighting for their lives. They're both super low, going all out.
Shu. That is Kasante, by the way. 1Q could do it. We got to fight in mid at the same time. Charm gonna land here. A couple autos might do it. Showmaker, there's the Q and the auto, plus the Foxfire on top of it. As now, a bunch of damage will go back the way as she will not die. And it's first blood for Showmaker in a solo kill.
Showmaker really doing his best to sell the viability of Ahri. You know, we've been trash talking this pick quite excessively. If you just solo kill Taliyah at level 3, that does go a long way to kind of shoring up the issues. Kind of similar how in the previous game, you know, we were critical of the draft, and then Lucid said, "Watch this, kiddos," and just styled all over them.
You probably shouldn't call us kiddos. We are significantly older than him. Actually, Flash is still available for Vikla. The Charm is going to sail wide, though. And it just kind of knocks him out of the way. At the same time, Raptor shows up. He's like, please, guys, I really want to hit level 6. Stop fighting.
If that Charm had hit, I think the game is just over.
It would be 2-0 for the Ahri.
Maybe 2-0 in the series is the vibe I'm feeling. Especially since Vikla had just been TP to get back to lane, would have felt pretty bad. It just feels like this matchup is just constant scrapping.
It really is. Flash forward with the root as well. Didn't have to do that, but it's just Kellen.
Aiming has cleansed. It was burned by that, so...
All right, and now we've got a Nocturne. Looking to dive the turret against this Ahri. Probably not a good idea.
Yeah, I think sometimes, you know, we talk about the LCK matches, I'm like, look, in comparison to scrims or solo queue, of course it's not as aggressive, right? I think this is more aggressive than scrims or solo queue.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like this is just on another level.
It's just good trading, I mean.
Gets the level up and hits the charm just through the minions. And gets the cooldowns up sooner. Yeah.
나만 높여.
Says, only I don't have flash.
Okay.
Which was correct. But then you know what they did? They just ganked him and got the flash away.
Yeah.
And so now what's going to happen is that Showmaker's going to get his flash back first. Plus he's ahead 400 gold.
Plus he's going to hit level 6.
And he's Ahri.
And the level 6 of the Ahri is a lot more relevant in the fight. We do see, though, Kai'Sa Nico 6-0 from round 3 to 5. Been doing very well. Not many chances to play Nico, especially Kai'Sa Nico. And Nico's been seeing a lot of bans, but this combo in particular hasn't been let through too often.
Yeah.
It feels like you kind of have to grab it in the first rotation like we saw in this match, because it's just not very common to leave it through into the second rotation, both picks being up, or that you can grab both of them, because, you know, you'd often see Nico grabbed on red side.
Yeah. Lucid just decides that he is the Giga Chad of this game. He's like, no, if you want to fight me, I'll fight you. It's
As
okay.
opposed to last game where he was, well, also the Giga.
Well, I meant to say this series, you know? He's just like, you can't do anything to me. I will 1v1 you. I am better than you today.
been having a good day. The Lucid Fan Club is doing well.
Yeah.
Of which I am the chairman and not Chronicler. I want
Of
to make that
course.
clear.
I mean, that's pretty clear.
That's established fact.
Yeah.
So,
We all know about that.
yeah.
This top lane going about as you would expect. Nothing crazy. There was some early trading, but it's just, you know, before level 3, and then some proxying is going to come through, but Cyan doesn't really care about that. He's very good at doing it himself.
Oh, the Grump! Oh, man. It's okay, he'll go back. He'll do it again.
That shows resilience here from Lucid.
Yeah, it's a good sign. Oh, it's tilted. Isn't being a jungler fun?
I would say it's rewarding when you win.
Is it rewarding when your teammates flame you for not ganking?
No, it's not. But just don't play solo queue, and you don't have that issue.
Yeah. Okay, Grub's coming up in about 40 seconds. Dragon's still up and available. I wonder if we'll see a trade here. It does look like both junglers leaning towards that top side. Raptor is now level 6 though. And kind of like we talked about this last game, the global pressure of both the Pantheon and Galio we had in game 1. BNK FEARX replicated that here as well with the global pressure off their mid jungle. So it'll be interesting to see where they can make moves. The problem is, top lane, you're into a Scion, right? Not the easiest to really make something happen into.
Yeah. All out, actually coming out here from Clear. Wants to put on the pressure. We've got a level 6 Nocturne on the way. Is turning around though.
Yeah, a little
Just
ambitious.
looking for the grubs.
It's hard to really get him far enough away from the tower, and he still had flash.
Okay, looking for the play. That's going to be the charm here onto the Nico. Kellen in a ton of trouble, and he will be taken down by Showmaker, who is now 2-0 on this Ahri, and showing some excellent confidence so far.
Just an easy pickup on the Kellen there with the charm, and now Lucy's going to come over and pick up these 2 grubs. You know, the Casante's already ulted as well. The Nocturne's not going to really want to go in solo here. The Dplus handling this well, and Kellen's play attempt to the mid lane. Try and find a gank on a Showmaker, backfires. I think honestly BNK FEARX might have been just better off if they'd gone for the trade. If they'd just gone for the dragon. I guess they do get the 1 grub, but I think if they'd just gone for the dragon instead, could have fed
Yeah.
potentially. But maybe Dplus were just ready to fight them on whatever they went for.
Kellen's here. He's going to force the dash of the Zeri. Doesn't do anything.
Yeah, not really much impact.
This
on
is
that
basically just a Showmaker highlight reel so far this game.
one. Yeah.
Nothing much else has happened.
Really convincing us of the Ahri.
It's
Really
just like,
making the case.
hey, look, Ox, the Ahri's good.
I feel like I am not the person who needs to be convinced the most. We have a certified Ahri disliker on the global team.
I think Ahri is fine. It just needs the right draft.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen Ahri's in really bad drafts, and it does look kind of horrific. But as long as you've got damage in the other lanes and you have a pick comp alongside of it, I think she can be very powerful.
So you're an Ahri apologist is what you're saying.
In certain cases, yes.
I think if you
A little bit of a flip-flopper, you know. Depending on the day.
I think just make your opinions based on the outcome of the game in front of you. I think that's such a good thing to use.
Yeah.
Good strategy. You analyze based on what happens in the game that just happened, you know?
What is it called? Outcome focused
Assessments.
assessments? Yeah.
Yeah, not to be mistaken for results-based analysis.
No, totally different, yeah.
Totally different.
Yeah.
Very, very far. We've moved on from that. You know, people were critical of results-based analysis, so we've rebranded.
I feel like it deserves the same amount of criticism, though. Don't you think?
We can rebrand again.
We are very good at making up new words and new
Acronyms?
acronyms.
Yeah, we are acronym specialists on the LCK. Atlas did a lot of good work on that. I also just love the way he says them with so much vigor, you know, especially when they have no vowels, and it's really difficult.
Yeah, he says them like an Australian would.
Yeah.
We don't quite have the same amount of bite.
I've heard he is an Australian, so that would make a lot of sense.
I don't think that's true, actually.
You think it's just...
Nah, yeah,
Pretending?
I think he's lying.
Oh!
Hello! Oh, we got a Nocturne, though. Trying to set this one up, and I think the Scion's in a lot of trouble here. No, he's just going to ult away. Totally fine. Didn't realize he still had that, and he's just able to easily get away.
If Lucid was on Clay's team, that would have been such a sick ult.
Wait, Showmaker didn't even ult. And Dikla was nearly dead.
Showmaker did ult.
Oh, he did ult. Okay.
Yeah, it timed out. It was, you know when it still looks active?
Yeah.
Like if you get an assist. But yeah, I was gonna say if Lucid had been on Clay's team, that ult angle would have been sick.
Yeah.
They ended up right next to him. But yeah, obviously didn't work out super well. And that's the first Nocturne ult of the game, and it amounted to nothing. And he picked up the Hex plate afterwards as well, so that ultimate haste comes in a little later. So he's going to be waiting a while for that one to be up available again. It's been a much slower game than game one. And it always makes me wonder, because I've thought about this. And imagine you're a coach for one of the Rise teams.
Yeah.
And you've just gone through that game one experience. And you have a short amount of time. You have limited time to get the information across. Obviously, you do want to talk about some of the things that happen in the game. But what would be like your one main point you want to make after game one? And I feel like both coaches...
BNK?
But both coaches might have just said, guys, calm down.
Relax.
Just calm down.
Uh-oh. Not the best dash.
And I feel like that's we might be seeing the outcome of both coaches saying, guys, just chill a little. Just chill out a little bit. That's all I'm asking. Because the teams do seem a little bit more chilled out right now.
Probably for the best. The wall's gonna come in, and Lucid goes in as well. He's got the wild growth. That's a ton of damage onto Vikla. As now Kellen just engaging by himself. Coming back here is Lucid for the peel. And it is pretty gigantic. And now Showmaker goes in, knows he would be stunned. Does not care, but he's not able to land the charm. Meanwhile, Lulu just gonna get bopped on the face by the Kaisa. Showmaker still on the chase here, and finally is gonna get the kill. Lands a charm with a flash on in from Raptor. Should get the job done. It's now clear, trying to dive underneath the turret here. Is going to trade 1-for-1. Not sure if worth.
That was a very messy fight, very scrappy.
Yeah.
It looks like the message from the coaches lasted about 13 minutes and then disregarded, forgotten. So the players just said, time to fight. Setting up around this area here. The wall comes in for Vikla, but I think the engage from BNK FEARX wasn't super clean. Remember, they just didn't have the Nocturnal on the offset on this one, so can't really CC Lucid too heavily. Kellen goes in on this off angle and just gets immediately turned on. And then Dplus start to chase. You know, Showmaker goes after Vikla, but spends so much time chasing him. Beryl overcommits when this TP comes through. He goes down. And then this play happens. You know, Showmaker just kill him. Diablo and Raptor chase after him. Clay's like, well, I TP'd, so I'm gonna get a kill. And he just tower dives.
Yeah.
And dies for it.
Hey, he got a shutdown. So that's something. They had no idea.
To be fair, he got both his sums. So I don't hate it.
450 gold, you know.
And I believe, yeah, Lucid got the kill, so I think if he'd given the kill to aiming, it would have felt a lot worse.
Yeah.
But we'll see if they can punish those sums. Raptor obviously now has his ult. Didn't have a chance to, well, didn't have it up in the last fight, so this is a better time for BNK FEARX to actually fight, because normally compositions with Nocturne, you want to try and team fight with the Nocturne ult, is generally a rule of thumb.
It's a good idea.
Yeah,
really.
and you know, they have the Nocturne Nico, it's a powerful combo. So we'll look to see them, especially with no sums on aiming Beryl. Not a lot of flashes at all in this game right now.
Just engaging on a Kellen. Not sure about that one, although they are going to take him out. A lot of low health bars here. The Wild Growth very good at peeling against this Nocturne, but in goes Diablo. Meanwhile, we got a solo kill from Showmaker in the top lane, but Diablo's going insane on this Kaisa, especially in these fights that are getting very broken up. Gets the shutdown onto Lucid. And now might just be able to take this objective down. This TP is coming in. But, I mean, there's no flash. Nothing really here for Showmaker. Okay, the glitter lands. Gonna get the slowdown. Looking for the charm, but the charm misses, and that'll be the end of that fight.
I think overall, right, it's a kill advantage for Dplus, but the Herald goes to BNK FEARX. They can be pretty happy. I do like Dplus's approach to these fights in general, though, because I think aiming a barrel, no flashes. If Kellen, Raptor get an engage on them, I think there should have been a clean sweep. But by starting the engage up on a Kellen, removing the Nico, I think it gives them such an advantage. Like, imagine if the Nico had been here when that clustered fight started. I honestly think BNK FEARX would have just dominated. But instead, it ends up being a lot more even. And then here, yeah, Vikla just not having a good time. That Unraveled Earth, not going very well.
Uh-oh. Wait. That's Diablo! Wait, how did he die in mid?
He also had 3 kills going into that, so I imagine they got a pretty nice shutdown.
Oh, it was Beryl, though. Money in the right place.
I was about to say, are you saying that's a problem?
No, I'm just saying it's Beryl, though, so that's a big problem for BNK.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah. Just had to clarify.
Just clear.
Clear's playing Desante.
Yeah, I'm saying making it clear who's on the screen.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. We'll see a replay. Replay and a replay. Okay.
Just run at him?
Yeah, no sums, has to sidestep the laser, and the charm does not hit. Sometimes you have to work so hard to dodge the CC, the skill shot, that you just end up dying anyway.
Start running the opposite direction.
I also like the barrel. It was so easy not to steal that kill. You didn't even need to do it to get an assist, because like you can just shield someone for it. Barrel said, I'm taking this.
Yeah. No, he deserved it 100%.
Yes. So, respect. And who are we to dispute that? Because I'm going to ask you a question. How many world championships have you won? I've actually won 0, whereas Beryl has won 2. So, it's very clear.
You don't know that. Maybe I have won a world championship in something else.
Oh, okay. Fair play.
Yeah.
Well, I know Showmaker's only won 1, so definitely Beryl deserves it more than him.
Surely, yes. 100%. What did he buy with it? It doesn't look like he's backed, actually.
I don't think he has. He's saving up for something big. Imagine he
like boots.
Faces and gets like a needlessly large rod. No, probably.
Oh, Lulu mid. I missed those days.
Probably like a Mikhail's would be a decent buy in this. I mean, a Shirelia's could be okay too.
Yeah, Mikhail's feels a little bit.
I mean, it's good against the Root and the Fear, right? I think it's a decent buy.
He has Cleanse already.
Yeah, I still think it's decent because it might not always be up, or maybe you have to use it on someone else. Or yourself.
True.
So, especially if it's a situation where getting you out the Root means you don't get hit by the Nico, it can go a long way.
I think he should go Death Cap. So, I am not agreeing personally.
I see.
Yeah. So, Shu's been left in the top lane. We do have Clear here. Just essentially bodyguarding.
I love the axe animation when he just hits into the turret.
It does feel pretty good to watch.
Very satisfying.
So not a lot of animations we talk about that look good. Speaking of which, Diablo gonna get polymorphed and just killed. Didn't have flash, so I guess he could have maybe ulted if he wasn't polymorphed, but a very nice timing there from Beryl.
Unfortunately, Beryl doesn't get the kill this time, so...
He tried.
Yeah, he
deserved it. I mean, they should have given it to him, honestly.
He definitely did. Yeah, Showmaker a bit of kill stealing.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up.
Yeah, so gotta be a bit critical. Something to work on for next time. But Dplus taking the AD carry down again, and Diablo keeps just getting punished when he steps up through this mid lane. Clear. Guys, your AD carry is dead.
Who cares about that? We're BNK, we fight. We just fight. That's it. And, you know, Showmaker isn't here, so they wanted to get the TP out. It didn't work. Showmaker holds on, and nobody dies.
I wonder if Dplus are like, they know that AD carry is dead, right? And they're like, there must be some other bit of information we're missing. There's some information there's reason why BNK FEARX are looking for this.
They should just know it's because they're BNK.
Yeah. Yeah, the flash polymorph coming in. Beryl didn't actually, he glitter-lanced early, so wasn't hunting for the kill that time.
He needs more AP.
Very generous, giving it over to his team.
He does have a codex, so.
Oh yeah, so not going for Mikhail's. He wants a bit more AP, I respect it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, not gonna go from here. I mean, Nocturne is in the vague vicinity, so safer not to. I mean, it feels rough that I feel like the last couple of plays have just been... Oh, yes, of course.
We're just doing the Otacon. We're just starting it up. And the turn here, I mean, they've got Vikla with the wall. And it does look like any TPs will come through from our top laners as they're brawling at the moment. But Lucid is in the pit. They're just looking for the turn here. They're looking for the Lulu. who lives immediately. And now TP is coming in for both of our top laners. Looks like they've actually created enough space to get the Otacon, but now the fight is looking pretty good for the side of DK. Kellen on the run, and in goes aiming. He's got the wild growth as well. We have a little aiming Zeri moment on top of it all. So yeah, you got the Otacon, but now you're just getting shredded to pieces here. One by one, the dominoes are falling as everybody's picking up a kill. And Showmaker was looking for even more.
I'm going to call that not worth, you know. I'm going to put that firmly in the not worth department. And the thing is, so they go for the ult, but a lot is invested here, and they just don't really get the reward for it. And then this TP comes in, and this low HP Cassante just arrives and just dies. Okay, and now look how low Diablo already is in this fight. This is like prime Zeri material just to clean up a fight. And they were so focused on taking the Otacon, zoning them away, that they just really didn't think about the fight afterwards. And Dplus were like, you know, do you know what Otacon gives? It gives stats and XP. Do you know what kills and gold can give?
Levels and XP, which gives stats.
Yeah, and
gold.
Dplus happy with that. Happy with that trade.
Yeah, you're feeling pretty good. You're beginning to stack some of the Infernal Drakes here as well. Look at the stacks as well at this moment. DK actually keeping up even after the Otacon was taken. I don't know, Dplus Kia, it just feels like they're on a roll here. We got Majai's finished for Showmaker after 2 items.
Oh, if you get someone, this is like the zoom build, because the Deathfire Grasp, the dot, whenever it ticks, gives you the Cosmic Drive speed, and then when you get a 10-stack Majai's, you get moves. This is the fast R. The Black Torch. That's
a great song, though. I like that song from Pentakill. Going a little bit too deep here, it looks like. Just thinking they were immortal, and they kind of are for a little bit, but not quite enough, as now getting out of that backline is Diablo, and Dplus Kia have thrown the game over to the side of BNK in one fell swoop.
I see. It's that time of the game again. I didn't check my watch. I didn't look.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, we saw this last game as well. There's just a period of the game where Dplus are like, guys, time to throw. And BNK FEARX, they are always aggressive. No matter what the situation of the game is, they'll always look for an avenue to punish. She was engaged, gets caught up, and this is finally seeing the power of BNK FEARX's composition. They just beat up on the Scion. They look for the engage on the front line here, but then Kellen finds this great angle, the double knock-up. Diablo flies in. This is what the comp was made to do. And I feel like this is the first time in the entire game we've finally seen it.
Yeah, I mean, it really helps when you're going that deep into the enemy jungle and the Taliyah gets the perfect wall angle and everybody's grouped up against Nico.
Also something, Shu actually has very little armor. If you look, he's got Unending Despair, he's got Hollow Radiance, which is like an MR item.
Yeah.
He has Merc Treads, and then he has, I'm not sure if he had I think he did have the Warden's Mail, but he doesn't have that much armor, and this is like the, you know, Diablo's got like the Kraken Slayer PD, like a bit more AD, less AP Kai'Sa build. He also have the Black Cleaver on Raptor. So he did just kind of get shredded there quite easily.
Yeah, he really did. And you look at the magic damage on the opposite side, like a little bit from Cassante, but not really, and then obviously the Taliyah. So
yeah. Do you want to hear the good news?
Not 100% sure about that build.
Showmaker still has his Magi stacks.
He does, yeah.
That's
he lives.
The main thing.
He did play Ahri in that fight and just run away.
His build is very good at doing that.
All right, they're going to send it here right onto the Zeri, but I don't know about that. The knockback is actually gigantic, and they will be able to take down the Zeri. Diablo now has free reign, as that is the way these fights are going. Whichever AD carry has free reign, just seems to take it over, as now they pick up 2 kills. They get the jungler. They're looking at the Baron.
And without the jungler, hard to see an angle to contest this one. Showmaker no ult as well. BNK FEARX using their composition to their fullest. They know their job. Kill aiming. And it's almost impossible for Dplus to fight their way out of that deficit. Things are looking pretty dire, but it comes online here. Aiming, dashes over the wall, but no flash. And it looks like the engage might be a bit far away, but that knockback from Vikla that came through sets it up for the follow-up. Diablo able to follow up, and I think the other thing is that they don't overstep here. They don't chase for more. They know they've gotten enough to secure the Baron. A bit more tempered aggression here than sometimes we've seen from this team. And it's been a great swing back, and you know, we always knew. Brendan. We always
knew, yeah.
We always knew it was going to 3. It's
was-
looking like it's going towards 3 right now.
It was just that time of the game, just to play a little baseball, you know. Throw it on over to the enemy team. Although you don't do that very often in baseball unless you're pitching, I guess. But yeah, pretty massive level gap in terms of the 80 carries, almost 2 full levels.
I mean, that was a factor of the Adakan. You know, I criticized the fact they lost so many kills when they went for it, but it did obviously give a good amount of XP. Obviously, the kills afterwards and the Baron also give XP. But yeah, Diablo now level 15, aiming in a massive death.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
Just has to back away. You're into a Nocturne. You know, if he's not going to dive onto you that deep, but you obviously can't fight with him at that health. BNK FEARX really taking control of this game. Now looking towards the mid-tier 2 with the next wave coming in. Should be able to pick that up. And she was just struggling with the waves.
It's just crazy that this game swapped places so quickly. We don't even have that many Drakes either,
The thing is, in terms of gold, did it swap? Yes. Right? In terms of map advantage,
tempo
yes.
vibes?
Tempo vibes never swapped. I said, Ahri is a black hole of tempo vibes.
I mean,
Atlas
you
would
did say
confirm
that.
this.
You did say that.
Atlas would confirm this. Even if it's not Ahri's fight.
All right, we're engaging. They want to get the engagement. They get Diablo immediately. It's the exact guy that you want to take out, and now Vikla in a lot of trouble. And this time, aiming's actually safe. A kill will go over to clear, but it's only just the one, as now they can kind of front to back this one as long as aiming stays relatively safe. As Zing goes clear, he's going to try to all in, but aiming just glides away. The rest of the team still here on the chase. They don't have too much damage outside of this area, but with the charm coming down, aiming can rejoin the fight. And Kellen is just being Kellen over here on the left side.
Yeah, I think he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. They combo him. There's no Baron on the map, but it does mean that you can just go ahead and take the soul point of the Infernal Drake.
Big pick up there, and again, Diablo going down first, a big factor in these fights, not able to lock down and take down the key targets there. And it just shows that Ahri is the queen of tempo vibe.
You knew it the whole time.
I've been saying it all
That's
game
exactly
long.
what you meant, yeah.
Yes, you know. CC Chain comes in, just completely explode the Kai'Sa. Great play there, comboed between the support mid and jungle of Dplus. And then they try and dive on aiming, Vikla does, and Showmaker just retreats back to clean it up. And then this fight afterwards, it's a little scrappy. Clear does what he can. Does what he can and try and find aiming, but unfortunately can't follow him over the wall. If he dashed, like a short dash to where the Raptors spawn, he could have just flashed over and killed him. Because he got that longer dash, he wasn't able to follow, and he just got cleaned up. So, you know, Dplus. Always they do a little bit of trolling. They're back on the Raptor.
Yeah, he just got charmed. And we have 21 stacks on the Madais, which is now 23 as he picks up the assist. Aiming just had to deny him the 25.
Why was he there? Is my question. How did he get there? And why was he there? Fortunately, no big neutral objective.
We'll never know. We were watching the replay.
Yeah, they are going to push up mid, though. Vikla, get out. No, don't.
Run away! Well, the combo's going to come in here as they are looking for the dive, but there you go. This is going to be burst down by the Scion, by the Jarvan. And yeah, one by one, they are falling here quite a bit. Everybody's super low on health. They can just push and take another turret.
Like, you need to recognize when people on your team are dead, just back away. Like, it was, the Vikla, they're going to engage on you. It's really simple. I'm not sure Raptor... Okay, Raptor was just walking the enemy jungle by himself. You even see, like, Vikla's TPing away as this is happening. He's by himself. And the thing is, he hit the scrying orb, which, you know, tells everyone, oh, someone just hit the scrying orb, someone's here. And then here, Vikla, you can just run away, and then he's like, oh, I can flick barrel and do, like, 300 damage.
Well, he did do the damage.
Yeah. I'm a little frustrated because I feel like
really
I
couldn't tell.
Yeah,
seemed pretty calm right now. I don't know.
Some questionable points here, but you know, the back of the map didn't lose any major neutral objectives. Dplus only 2,000 gold ahead, but Baron's up in 45. Soul for Dplus is up in 2.5 minutes, and the main characters have generally been 80 carries, but also Showmaker on this Ahri, 23 stacks on the mid-tides with the Rabadons as well, a crazy amount of AP.
Yeah.
But I feel like the fight is going to come down to who kills the enemy 80 carry first.
Still not getting POM.
Oh, it's I
It's
said what I
Lucid,
said.
like
It's locked in
7
on-
miles ahead.
Yeah,
I mean, his Jarvan has been excellent as well, so
yeah.
he's been
I
pretty
mean,
flashy.
that's
with it even.
assuming they win this game, which is definitely not set in stone.
Yeah, that's a big assumption.
Yeah. But
You know what they say about assumptions?
all it takes,
Probably shouldn't make them.
that's shit.
That's what they say, yeah.
That's what they say.
That is a really famous saying that people say pretty often.
And now you said it.
Yeah, I'm just following the rest of the people. That's
Which
how
I think,
it goes.
you know, BNK FEARX sometimes do. Oh, engage comes
All
in.
right, it's really just coming down to who gets the engage off, and this time it's looking pretty good. The fear goes in, and maybe they should have gone for the McHales in this one. Showmaker is going to live. We do have a GA coming down. Barrel actually picking up the kill with the Glitterlands. Lucid on the way back. Meanwhile, Xiu just looking to kill the wave, you know, trying to delay as much as possible. He wasn't going to get out anyway, so it just looks a little bit silly holding the wave. Just make sure that they can't get an inhibitor, but with Baron available, I think BNK don't really care.
Yeah, but Lucid's now healing up. Gonna get the red buff as well. He's looking for a steal. Oh, man.
So what do you do as BNK in the situation?
Cassante has ult, so he can dash over the wall and ult Lucid away. They're getting low off the Baron, though.
Yeah, I think they have to pull off this one. Especially because Showmaker, he didn't die. He still has 25 stacks. He's 7 seconds away from a Spirit Rush.
Ivan's so low.
I think you just send it here. As DK waiting for their moments, trying to turn on the Showmaker isn't going to work. As the fear comes in from the grave, actually, from the GA. Lucid getting pretty low himself, so yeah, they're only going to get the one. As they do take out Talia.
Wait, this actually works out good for BNK FEARX because Lucid has gone down.
Yeah.
Viklat in return. Viklat has TP, so it's not as big of a deal. Means you can play for... I think they should just get the dragon.
Get the dragon.
I think they get the dragon because you don't want to deny soul. Going for the engage onto the Zeri here and exploding. And you look, aiming's cleanse was almost up. Not quite available. Didn't have the McHales, didn't go for it. Even if the McHales or the cleanse was there, the fact that you land that initial CC means that you can have the Kai'Sa fly in. But the turnaround was good from Dplus to kill the Kai'Sa at least. But in this follow-up fight, that fear from the grave.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Neither did I. I saw that, I was like, what the hell?
The fact that it was a GA that stopped Showmaker's momentum and the fear made a big difference there, I'm going to say. Because I thought he was just going to get like a quadra kill there and clean up. But now, Dplus posturing around the Baron. The Dragon's been taken, so I think BNK FEARX made the right move doing that. Something to note is that Diablo has no sums. Aiming has both of his sums. So, clear?
Just running in. He gets charmed, and now he's just
Clear, what are you doing?
No, he's going the wrong way. He's trying to join the enemy team. That's not what you want to do. And everybody's just kind of speechless. This keeps happening, and it's multiple different members.
Just take a breath. Remember the coach's words. Just calm down. Just calm down. You don't need to do that, okay? It was unnecessary. Just need to chill out a little bit. Baron goes over to Dplus. Yeah.
Oh boy.
The thing is as well, they had, I think they just blue trinket, they had an idea of Baron. Their jungler was on the other side of the map. It just wasn't the time. It just wasn't the time to go for this. And now, Dplus pushing up with Baron, taking structures. This was a window where BNK FEARX could engage the once close up. He's up in 5 seconds. Mercurial Scimitar picked up for Diablo. He is full build. Dplus have to be a bit careful. If they step up too far when trying to take this tower, prime opportunity for an engage.
Yeah. I do feel like whoever engages is winning these fights big time, and they're looking for Vikla.
Look at Kellen.
The flank coming on in. Kellen gonna find the entire back line. Isn't enough damage though. They get the Zeri, but that's about it. And Showmaker is untouched the entire time after the fact. They went for the wrong carry in this fight. And it looks like Vikla desperate to stop the push, but against Baron buff, I don't think he's got enough wave clear.
Even with that massive Nico ult, it just can't beat the tempo vibes that Ari provides. Showmaker massive in this game. Vikla gonna try and defend, but I don't think he has it in him with the Baron buff minions pushing in. Lucid, Shiwu, and Showmaker will close this game out.
Wow.
For a 2-0 after all that.
As we expected, the 2-0 comes through as Dplus Kia will be dominant here in this best of 3.